For today's Insight video, I wanted to give an update on the digital currency industry. I thought this would be especially relevant now following PayPal's news that customers will be able to buy and sell cryptocurrency. And while that hasn't been rolled out yet, it's a good indication looking at the market right now in order to understand where it may be headed as many more people start to trade with cryptocurrency. Right? I've seen the strong estimates that say it'll grow about 90% in the US. Whether or not that's true, we're definitely going to see large growth in the following months. And it's good to get a lay of the land of where things sit right now. So worldwide, across these top sites, we see that in the past 2 years, traffic hit its highest point in August of 2020. So that's the most traffic that all of these different digital currency industry sites were receiving was in the summer of this year. Since then, that traffic has declined a bit, but it's still much higher than last year's numbers. And what we can do is break this down at a country level in order to understand where that growth is really coming from. So when we look across countries, we see that the highest point was the US in the summer of 2019. May, June are really those top peaking months. Whereas now it's not as isolated to just the US. Right, we see that the U.S. and Russia were really the both of the highest in August, but there also is a lot of growth in some of these smaller countries. So Turkey, for example, growing about 8%. Ukraine and Vietnam both double-digit growth, 69% and 21% respectively. What we can then do is look across some of these top sites in order to understand what website technologies each of these sites are using. So for advertising, right, this is a great way to understand what a competitor is using. But then on the flip side, if you're selling these website technologies, understanding what a market looks like in order to understand how to position your value to one of these different trading sites. So for advertising, for example, we see that everyone's using DoubleClick. Facebook custom audiences or Facebook advertiser is isolated to just OKX. But this really shows across all these different technologies what's being used and what's the opportunity. Are they operating across all different currencies, for example, such as the euro and the yen, or is there opportunity to enter some of these new geographies where they're not currently using that currency? So I think a lot of opportunity here and a great way to understand what the dynamics of a certain market looks like across different geographies. Thank you.